Wow.
Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped. Something.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny. I haven't seen that before.
And it feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things. Of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
All right. Anything come up? Any parts need your attention?
Having a really hard time settling in. I don't know.
Okay. Well, what are you noticing just right now? Is there something that feels like it's preventing you from feeling settled?
I've had some difficult conversations, and it feels like some sort of fog is lifting, and I'm not really happy with what I'm seeing about myself.
Okay. Are there sensations in the body that go along with that?
It feels like I've been walking down a long corridor, and I've been shaking locked doors for a long time, and I'm sorry,
It's okay.
There's a relief, and there's also I have no idea what happens next. I mean, I had a conversation with my daughter. I found out all of my children and grandchildren are going to the beach, and I just said, why aren't we ever invited? And she said, I want to relax. I can't relax around you. And in the conversation, she said, the intimacy you want is probably never going to happen between us. And it was hard to hear, but there was also something relieving in it.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that has striven for worthiness for so long, and she's really tired. And, I left the church. I thought, but I'm just seeing how many places it's just been.
Yeah.
And how it's played out is, trying not to be needy. I've been the neediest one.
Okay. Trying not to be needy has been a way further apart to try to get that worthiness, and there's a part saying that it's also been that you've been the neediest one.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I was talking to a friend this morning. I asked my husband if we could do something besides go to dinner. I said, could we find something that we both like to do together? And he said, well, what would you like to do? And I immediately, she pointed it out. I didn't see it until she pointed it out. I said, well, I asked you if we could study Italian together. You didn't want to do that. I asked you if you want to go to the gym together. You didn't want to do that. I asked you, and she said, well, you created so much resistance. He was bound to run. And I realized that I go in with the expectation that you don't want to do anything. I know I'm talking a lot. It's
okay. I appreciate it. It sounds, I could be wrong about this, but it sounds kind of like the dynamic between two parts we talked about in our last conversation. I can remind you if you'd like.
Yeah.
Well, there was a part that does the judging, and it's saying kind of hurry up, find the key, do, either express yourself or do something to fit in. And then there's this other part that was the one that didn't feel like it was fitting into the family pictures, whether that was your childhood neighbors or a memory you had of your family in the newspaper when you were a kid, something like that. And it sounded like that part also was kind of striving to fit in. And then there's another part that has all this judgment about it, which again, I'm hearing in what you're describing now, like this message that you're the most needy, that you're creating resistance, that you're doing these things wrong in your efforts to have connection, and this part of you that yearns for that connection just feels like it's kind of never ending.
Yeah.
Does it feel similar? I mean, if there are different parts, or if that's not helpful,
No, I mean, something is shifting because the judge has always been here, but it feels like some part is going, okay, this isn't working. Now what?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the one that's saying, hurry, find the key, express yourself, do something to fit in. It's like, none of those things are working.
Yeah.
Obviously. In fact, they're doing exactly the opposite.
Yes. Yeah. And so has that judge part relaxed at all? Because that was one of the conclusions was from our last conversation was, okay, well, talk to that judge more and help it relax so that you can be with this one that's looking for worthiness.
I don't know that I've done a good job with that because it feels very, whatever part is being judged is just finally saying, I don't know what to do, but listening to you isn't helping.
Right. Listening to that judge, the one who's pushing it.
Right.
Yeah. I can see why there would be some relief in some of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's so hard to see. And at the same time, it's like, show it all to me now. I told my daughter, I said, I feel like you feel the same way I felt about my mother. She goes, but you're not the same. And I said, but we produce the same results.
Yeah. Yeah. The part that's striving for worthiness.
Yeah.
I mean, that means that there's a part of you that doesn't feel worthy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do about this and that relationship. Is this working? And now what? But if there are parts in you that don't feel worthy, then you can be with them. You can meet with them and witness them from self-energy.
Yeah.
And provide what they need internally.
Oh, I want that so much.
Okay. Maybe you could send that message to all your parts, that you're aware of a part that doesn't feel worthy. And just ask if they'll give you space to try to meet with it and learn about it and help it out.
It's strange. I sense different parts, but I don't see anybody.
Okay.
They all seem very busy.
Yeah. Are they kind of on the edges? Are they, or does it feel like they're blended with you and they're vying to control and vying for your attention?
No, it feels like I'm in a auto manufacturing plant and they're all doing something.
Okay. Do you have any sense of the part that doesn't feel worthy?
No.
Okay. we know that some of these busy parts are working hard to try to get that worthiness for this part. You know, they're striving and they're demanding that you express yourself, or other demands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, express yourself, don't make waves, be courageous, stop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I wonder if you can get any of their attention and just ask them directly if they can kind of point you to the one that they're protecting, point you to the one who doesn't feel worthy.
It's really strange. I've never had this before. It's like being in my husband's shop, you know, the machinery is loud and they won't stop.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you could acknowledge them. Just let them know that you see how hard they're all working, that it matters to you.
Okay.
Just see if you can get them to notice you. So let them know that they're not alone, that you're here with them.
Oh. Okay.
That you're on their team.
Wow. Yeah, there's a real impatience. They're watching the clock. It's like, I've got to get back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, and I kind of was thinking we could respect that by just saying, okay, since we have met with a lot of these protectors, maybe we could just ask them for permission to go through to the ones they're protecting, to the ones that don't feel worthy.
Okay. Somebody's wiping their hands on their apron and motioning me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, just see what that one has to show you.
Oh, I'm not sure I want to go.
Okay. Yeah. What's the concern? I'm sure it's valid. I don't mean to.
No, I know. Don't know what I'm going to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Concerned it might overwhelm you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or what will I do?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what the parts were asking. This isn't working, now what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you can do? Back to the
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I was thinking we would go in without much. Here's the plan of what we're going to do, and
Uh-huh.
more with it, and more with the energy of curiosity and seeking to understand and provide some presence and compassion for any parts that might not feel worthy or any other parts.
Okay. Okay.
And regarding that concern that it might be overwhelming, that is valid, and parts can overwhelm. So we should only go at whatever pace feels right for you. And we can also ask parts not to overwhelm.
Okay. Now I need the protectors, right?
You have, but the self, compassion and curiosity, it won't be damaged by any parts.
Okay. Okay.
So how do you feel now about going with whatever this part with the apron wants to show you?
Okay, I'm following.
Okay.
It's funny, it's down a dark hall again.
Yeah.
It's the door I haven't tried, you know.
Right. That's where exiles are. They're down a dark hallway at a door we haven't tried.
Avoided.
Yes. They've been exiled. The parts have wanted you to avoid that because they're concerned about the feelings being overwhelming. It's very normal. Just ask space from any part that has a fear about that. And we don't have to go kick in the door, and we can go as slow as feels right.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
And just the realization that I've been shaking doors and all my life and avoiding these.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me very sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad, and it's entirely normal. It's where we all are when we have parts that are exiled.
It's like maybe this door will make me worthy. That was okay.
We're looking for the part that feels not worthy.
Yeah. I see her.
Okay. How do you feel towards her?
My heart just breaks for her.
Okay. A lot of compassion.
Yeah.
Just show her that. Just show her how big of a heart you have and how much you care about how she feels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what she needs to do. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah. So she's received this message that she really has to do something to be worthy, right?
Yeah.
That's what all these other parts have been telling her. Yeah. We're not going to tell her that she has to do anything, but you can just let her know that you see how hard that's been for her to get that message from other parts. You see how hard those other parts have been working and making demands. We're not going to do that. But that we do care about how she feels.
Ooh. Well,
How she respond to that?
I just see how keep getting these images of, those child beauty pageant kids.
Yes. Yes.
What do you want me to wear? What do you want me to put on? Just prostituting,
Yes. Yes. Right. So that's one of her beliefs. One of the messages she received is that if she looked a certain way or if she was pleasing to people in a certain way,
yeah,
that would provide that would fix that feeling of not feeling worthy.
Yeah.
Just let her know you see that. Just let her know you see that. How hard that was for her.
Oh my God. She's just been sold over and over and over again.
Yeah. 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 You okay with her showing you this? Does it feel like too much?
No,
Okay.
It doesn't feel like too much.
That's right. Yep. You can make space for her feelings and her story.
James, when I walked in, she was naked.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, can I have something soft,
Yeah. Yeah. You can do that for her. You can go ahead and do that for her. If she trusts you. If she sees you and knows that you're not one of those other protectors that's going to make demands of her. That what you're going to give her is for her comfort. It's not for anyone else.
Yeah.
And it's hers to keep. And that's something you can continue doing for her. So she can make requests of you and you can give them to her.
Yeah.
How's she respond to that?
Yeah, she was just so afraid she was going to have to pay for her sins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was afraid. I mean, there was a part telling me when I was walking down the hallway,
Yes.
Now you're going to have to confess all your sins to James.
Right. Right.
Now you're going to have to.
No, certainly don't. All I care about is your connection with this part, which can be done without you sharing a word of it with me. I want you to understand her. I want her to feel understood. And like somebody's there for her. And she doesn't have to work or pay for her worthiness.
Yeah.
Or strive anything. Is there more she wants to show you about herself, her experience, her beliefs?
Yeah, there's a lot of
Just let her know she can show you. It doesn't have to be shared with me.
No, it's like she's a couple of years ago, I had all my teeth pulled and I had implants put in, and I was recovering, and my husband and I were watching Les Miserables. It's a series. It's called In Depth, and I know this doesn't. She's showing me the scene where she's cut off all of her hair and they pulled her teeth. And it's like she's saying to me, I was trying to tell you. I was trying to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. And her message wasn't getting through. It was getting intercepted by those protectors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can just offer her a heartfelt apology.
Yeah.
And let her know that you want to understand how hard that was for her.
And gratitude that she's still been trying to tell me.
That's right. That's right. She's always been there. And she's been holding those messages and those feelings for you.
Yeah, a friend of mine who's passed away now told me years ago, you have an archetype, a prostitute archetype.
Okay.
And I could hear it, but I couldn't hear it like I'm hearing it now.
Okay. Yeah. It's one of her burdens. It's one of her beliefs about herself. That was something that she needed to do.
If she gave enough, if she gave her hair and her teeth and her life.
Right. Yeah. And that was a message she got from inside, from your own protectors, and I'm sure that stem from somewhere outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just let her know that makes sense. But it's not her identity. She's more than that. It's just one of her beliefs or burdens.
Hmm.
How's she like being able to share this with you?
Well, at first she was, now that she's covered,
Mm-hmm.
there's almost this. I've been trying to tell you, remember when this happened? Remember when that happened?
Yes.
Remember that show? Remember that story? You remember
Mm-hmm.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really important, those memories.
Yeah.
Does she feel like you understand what it was like for her?
I think she's starting to feel like at least there's a line of communication.
Yes, and she doesn't have to be alone.
Yeah.
If it feels right, you could offer to go back into her time, into some of those memories, some of those experiences, times when she picked up some of those beliefs. And you can be there for her in the way that she needed someone back in her time.
Ooh.
If she's not ready to do that with you, or if that doesn't feel right, then that's fine too.
No, but it feels so. There's agency there.
Yes?
It's like taking that part to all those houses and telling her that daddy was dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same. It's like not dismissing the story, but rewriting it.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yep. Writing it with self there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's what she needed, was someone who cared, who was curious and compassionate and courageous.
Yeah.
So you just want to show her that you can do that with her.
Wow. She's felt so choiceless.
Mm-hmm. Is there a time that she does want to go back to with you?
Yeah, there's several.
Okay.
They're popping up everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, there might be several. So you can revisit all of them with her over time. It can also just be good to pick one now and just show her what you can do so that she gets a taste of that.
Okay.
She can choose, or you can help choose.
Mm. Wow, there's a lot of amends that need to.
Amends?
Yeah. I mean, I'm so
Meaning,
sorry you were alone.
yeah,
It's so alone.
yeah, yeah. We're just going to change that. Just going to go back, be there with her. Ask, what did she need from someone?
Mm. Oh, she reminded me of a time when I did hear her.
Mm-hmm.
She needs that again, over and over and over again.
Direct line of communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And sometimes just moving her completely out of the situation.
Right?
Metaphorically letting her keep her clothes on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one thing you could offer her is her own space entirely. So if she feels like she's stuck somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
you can offer to create a different place for her that feels safe and comfortable for her.
Mm. I got in my head trying to figure out where that would be instead of just asking her.
Yep, just ask her.
Right now, she just wants out of that room, out of that hallway, and outside.
Great.
I realize I've been asking her, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? If we're not doing this, what do you want to do? And she's like, I don't know yet.
That's great. That's fine.
I've been told what to do, what to wear, how to act, say, what not to say.
Yeah, she just wants out of all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those are 3 different kind of stages that we went through pretty quickly that you might want to revisit with her. One is kind of witnessing, it's understanding what she's been dealing with, how she feels. Another is offering to go back into her time and continue rewriting some of those memories with your presence. And then there's that updating her environment. So right now she just wants out of there. Maybe in the future, as you continue to meet with her, she'll have more requests around what her perfect space looks like.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't assume any of these are kind of one and done. She's been there a long time, and she's been trying to communicate with you a long time. So
yeah,
I just recommend repeatedly checking in with her and keeping that line of communication open.
Yeah, and there's something about just not assuming anything, You trying to tell me something, in the way the wind is blowing right now. I mean, I realize that, God, all these movie clips, it's like she's dropping notes out a window, hoping the gardener will see it. It's just, I've been trying to get to you.
Yeah.
She wants me to tell you thank you, James.
Thank you. It's really beautiful. It's really great. And I'm really glad I can help.
She's really glad too.
Yeah. Would she like to hear another step that I often offer? Okay. So that would be to ask her where in her body she's carrying some of these beliefs or burdens. Like that she has to do something to feel worthy, or that she has to wear something or put on something or prostitute herself. And then ask her how she'd like to give those up, if she's ready to give any of them up. And if not, that's okay too.
Thank you for that question.
and she can give them up however she wants. Sometimes they want to write them on a piece of paper and burn them up or bury them or send them off to the earth or the wind or water.
Yeah, she knows exactly where it is in her body. It's just I don't know how to give it up.
Okay. Just ask her what would feel right.
That feels too close.
Okay. She might not be ready to do that.
Yeah.
You could even offer, if she's not ready to give it all the way up, to maybe just put it in a box for now. Think about giving it up later.
Yeah. Just saying it out loud was a beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. Just let her know that you can make space for all of that. You can be a safe place for her to say it out, spit it out, whatever it all out when she's ready.
Yeah, I can make a safe space for her to spit it out, and I can hold it until she's ready to let it go.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah.
As far as keeping the communication going between you two, is there any way that she would like or that you can think of to continue that?
Well, it's funny. I keep hearing there's somebody who still thinks I should be a prostitute.
Yep. Protectors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I need to spend some time with that one.
Yeah. One thing you might let any of the busy protectors know is just that you do have a line of communication with her.
Right.
And that you can provide for her in ways that they aren't able to.
Okay.
So if they're scrambling because she's hurting, if you're notified, you can save them a lot of hard work.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
But yeah, that one that still thinks she should be a prostitute, that one definitely check in with it, update it.
Yeah.
They're all there for a good reason.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's a lot of it's the only way, I can.
Yeah. Yep. And the more that you can show her the worth that she has without having to work for it, just by being compassionate and just being with her,
Mhm.
the more clear it will be to them that it's not the only way.
Wow. Feel rearranged.
Yeah. It can be a big shakeup. And we did a lot of this pretty quickly. So I could expect protectors to have concerns about that and say, hey, we're not supposed to go to that door.
Mm-hmm.
And so meeting with them, taking their concerns seriously, and again, going through these steps with her. A lot of times when I'm doing that with someone, I'm on the phone for 2 hours with them, and there's still more that a part wants to show them privately and over the days and weeks.
Okay.
Witnessing, rewriting, unburdening.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that she wants you to do for her, again, in the sense of keeping the communication open?
Yeah, it's back to those doors again. It's like, insult me, come to me.
Yep.
Don't look for another class or another.
Yep.
Come to me. Another way to be worthy.
Right. Don't have to keep looking for other ways. And the most common prescription that I hear from IFS guides is to just check in with a part every day for a few weeks, even if that's for 10 seconds.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I probably need to write something so I can just, put it by my bed at night or. I used to think it was my laziness or my, lack of commitment. But now I'm seeing that the protectors love when I don't think about her.
Right. That's kind of why they're there. To put those feelings somewhere else.
Yeah.
If there's anything I can do to help with that, I'm happy to.
Thank you, James. It's funny. It was quick, but it feels like it's been a lifetime,
Yeah.
It's like when they say, wow, you were an overnight success, and the person's going, I've been at this for 30 years.
Right.
Yeah. Shaking the wrong doors.
Yeah. Well,
or maybe not.
Thinking about it just from an IFS perspective, we do have to go to protectors in general before we get to exiles. And that's just kind of the sense I had today, was kind of feeling like we see a lot of busy parts, but we've also met so many, and we have checked in with a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I think those were necessary steps.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good to be reminded of the hurry, find the key, express yourself, do something to fit in. And I felt like when you read it out loud, that protector went, oh yeah, they see me.
Yeah, right.
They're not judging me. They just see me.
Right.
Maybe I don't have to work so hard.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, right now, I'd like to wash your feet. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're doing really great.
Thank you, Jim.
And I'm really happy to be working with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll talk
Keep
soon.
Keep checking in with her. Yes, we'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows, that might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube, and they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.